Cooler ruler. Divine. And we are back. This is another study on Americana, and who better to do it with than my two girls, my new friend Beez, and of course my dear friend Elena Karras here for the first time in a long time. The West Coast Marathon never ends here on the Ryan Show FM. TKK Radio for life, baby. What's up, girls?
Yeah, the marathon continues, as Nipsey said, right?
Hello.
Great to have you.
Yes.
Great to be on, actually.
Right.
we're so used to being the interviewers that it's, I'm already starting the interview.
Last time I was over there. If anybody's familiar with the West Coast Marathon, if you're a long-time listener of this program, you know that we went all the way out to L.A. to sit in the beautiful studios of Elena Karras, and it's such a deep story behind it. Everything from why you painted the walls red. I mean, there's like a spiritual meaning behind the station itself when you really start digging deep. I don't think we ever really got into it. We might have like kind of briefly glazed over it. Yeah. Would you mind if we just like get right into the juicy stuff? Could you tell us like, or is this like a secret? Kind of like the vision of why you built TKK Radio the way that you did?
It's definitely not a secret. I don't mind sharing with the public. TKK, some people believe in the gift of dreams, gift of visions. Some people don't. But, I had dreams back in 2014 of having my own office, working with artists, and that have actually come true. And so really, like, I had this whole issue. I used to live in California. I ended up moving to Texas. And when I came back to California, I was really just praying about what to do. And that's when, I had remembered the dream of having a station, redesigning it. We had built a wall and separated the bathroom. If you come to TKK Radio, our studio has a wall separating the bathroom, just like my dream. But when I came to visit this specific suite, I had been praying about whether or not to have a physical station. And at that time, as during my prayer, I felt like I had this vision of one of my homegirls from New York, like DJing, and there was these artists coming in and out in like a circular motion. And, it was one of my homegirls from New York. We'd done radio in the past in 2020 when I had the station. And so what's crazy is like when I saw this suite, I noticed that there was just this one wall that was painted red here. And I was like, that's super weird. The landlord was really like, you need to check out this suite. And it was a little bit more than I could afford. And so I looked at it. I saw the red wall. I thought it was kind of funny. But when I went home, I was like, wait a second. Didn't I just dream or have a vision of a red wall? And what's really funny about this suite is there are two entries. So you can go in one door and out to the left on another door. So it creates like this revolving door effect, just like the vision. And what's even weirder is my homegirl here that I just met this last year in 2023 at an event. She's always wanted to be in a radio, and she's from New York.
Yeah.
And so, and she's DJs.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Well, when I met her, I met her bartending for an event, and we just really connected, and she invited me on the show. And I was like, this is so funny because I went to college, CUNY, John Jay College of Criminal Justice, and they had a radio station, and I couldn't get on because it affected with my schedule, and that was like a big deal. But I would always listen to, The Breakfast Club and Wendy Williams, like, religiously every morning in college. It was really weird. It was really interesting.
Yeah, that's some classics. But that just goes to show the power of manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And there's a lot of elements and layers to that story, especially that you can even remember the vision.
Right.
All those years. I can hardly remember what happened earlier today. But that is just an
Right.
incredible story. And I always think if, like, there's some stories that are just destiny, and that's it right there. And now, sure enough, it comes even more for full circle because look at this. The connection from New York is here.
Right.
This is the revamp of the Kuldesac
There's the red
Krew.
wall. This is the red wall. And so now
Right
we have
behind
like
you.
a red theme with our brand, just kind of like, we got a red couch, we got some red walls here and there. And
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And you've been working, putting it all together. Just a lot of good stuff. So we're going to give you your roses early before we just get right into the nitty gritty.
thank you.
Awesome.
Because things are just going to get crazy down in LA. I know how it is. Like, so with this new iteration of the Kuldesac Krew, what is like what do you say like the best part about working together as the new team has been so far?
Passion.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Our passion and our work drive. I feel like it complements each other. What about you?
I would agree. Definitely the passion, just the interesting path that we are taking, similarities. Elena and I, we don't have children. We're women in this industry, and we have nothing stopping us, basically. So she's right. It takes the passion and the motivation. It's literally believing in each other because we have different skills in different departments. Like she has the blueprint for everything, but I kind of have the confidence and the push to be like, Elena, I want people to see her how I see her. And I'm trying to have her with this relaunch, revamp. It's more like now you got to tell your story about TKK. People need to take you seriously. She has tons of pictures with people that she has crossed paths with.
Oh, yeah. I just showed her some pictures of me with Lou Ferrigno, Chris McDonald from Happy Gilmore.
Is that Shooter McGavin? Is that Chris? I love that. Yo, but, it's like you mentioned, like Elena's been doing some legendary work over the years already. It's good to see people giving her some credit and have a partner that lets her know. And what I like about you two is that you're so different from one another. That you're like the bad girl over there. Elena's the good girl. I know. I see you over there.
I'm the good girl. Y'all are being fooled.
And that's not a diss in any way, shape, or form. But you need that yin and the yang, and you need that balance. And I feel like TKK is getting that balance. Now, the real question.
I say that, yeah.
We need that male presence. My man David. I'm not sure what's going on with David if he's going to be around, but if not, I'm thinking that we need like what kind of third person or member at this point? What it would take? Like, are you looking for a rock star? Are you looking for a dork? What's it going to be? What do you think? Or is it just screw men all together? It's ladies' night out here.
Yo, well, that's for Women Crush Wednesdays. That we already have a show that says that. But Beez, like, what are you looking for?
I would say charisma. Charisma, confidence, and respect. A respectable
women?
person. For anybody, like.
So we know that Hams Dave's out of the question.
And I'm not saying
Absolutely.
that David lags any of that, not at all. It's just like, I guess we just want to keep it consistent, or if there's anything to the table, like we don't want someone that's very arrogant and then, doesn't understand the flow of things. Like, I think I've heard some good.
Someone with spice. A little bit of spice would be nice. Yeah, like, there's that part, Charlemagne, that's like very,
Yes.
It's like when he says something, he says something. You know what I mean? That would be
like
nice.
Controversial.
Snap your neck when you say it. You need somebody that is just all the way in.
Yeah.
Both feet in the ground, not even thinking about it. So we're going to go to a quick break, but I want to let you know before we do that, Elena, I think it's best that we do a contest. Every so often, on this show, we do contests. We stick people up against each other. We make them fight to the death.
No.
So I think, oh yeah, things get crazy out here. So I'm thinking that we should probably do something similar at some point. That's something I like to get involved in. Maybe West Coast Marathon could be a co-host fighting for the hearts of
to be the new member.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what's good.
The
All right, we're going to go a
Kuldesac
quick break. We're going to play some music. And Elena, you're going to handpick it. Elena's going to select the song that she thinks should be played on our show this week. Will it be an independent artist? That's what TKK is known for. Let's find out. Nobody go anywhere. This is the Ryan Show FM, and we are doing a combination with the Kuldesac Krew, a.k.a. Women Crush Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Cooler ruler, divine mind.
we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Ryan Show FM. I'm joined by my girls, Elena and Beez. And wow, Women's Crush Wednesday has never been better. I remember the days when that was like first the thing, Women's Crush Wednesday. Right? It was when people were just posting. You'd pick a chick. Who would you say is your ultimate women's crush, girls? If we can keep it, PC here. Not. Let's hear something crazy.
Damn. Like recently?
Yeah, who is it? Who's got your heart these days, Beez?
These days, I say old days would be Angelina Jolie.
Okay, old
Back
days,
in the day.
Angelina. I don't know why Reba McEntire is coming up in my head right now.
Reba, which iteration of Reba?
The show, Reba.
The show Reba, or like old school country singer Reba?
Yeah, just the show, because I maybe know like one or two songs from her, but the show in general was just like so funny. And maybe because I want to watch it. Or
Those
America Ferrera right now, too, because I'm rewatching Ugly Betty, and she was recently in Barbie.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we're really showing women's appreciation on the show, especially when Hammons Davis isn't around. Shouts to Hammons Davis, Mr. Cheeks.
Yo,
we got to keep it, for a multifaceted audience at some point. But ladies, TKK, Kuldesac Krew, it's probably best known for pushing independent artists. And the odds have been stacked against independent artists. Unless you're blowing Puff Daddy or you have millions of dollars, it's pretty much impossible to make it in this industry. However, Tom MacDonald has done it. With that, well, we don't know, but allegedly he hasn't blown P. Diddy. And it seems that he's even replaced, what? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And it seems that he made it to the top without doing anything too nefarious or crazy. I mean, he's one of the OGs. Didn't even come down to TKK Radio.
Yes, you're right. Back about 2016, he came through. He was the first interview that we had that was actually at this building. We're in a different suite now, but he was the first artist that saw TKK in that season. And it was awesome. It was really inspiring to watch him. I know he was going through a lot. He was in a dark place, but he's also an inspiration because now he had a song with Ben Shapiro, Love Her or Hate Him. You probably heard of the name. And that's now the #1 song in the world. So that is like our poster child, love him or hate him. He had the same effect when I brought him on TKK.
People were pissed, huh?
Yeah, some people were not happy. He's got tattoos all over his face, so he kind of, if you don't listen to his message, you're not really understanding what he's about. So,
like, don't judge.
Right.
It's hard not to, though. People are just so judgmental these days.
Oh, yeah.
It's a judgmental era. Did people ever judge you for your hair, Beez, for it being pink?
Oh, yeah, all the time. If people love calling me out on it, I do it because I don't want to ruin my own hair, I'm like, I'm not going to go through the process. So,
Smart.
People try to come at me and be like, oh, I like your wig, but sarcastically. And I'm like, thank you. But
this show's so ignorant. I thought it was real. I was like, damn, I thought you were born that
way. I wish I looked like a freaking cartoon character. And then when this is over, I take it off and I'm like, Elena.
I dig it, girl. I dig the hair. All right. So we talked about Tom MacDonald before. He was #1. Nicki Minaj was #1. What the hell's going on with Nicki Minaj? Because I only hear glimpses of it. I'm not studying her new music, but I just hear her ranting, raving. It sounds like she's on drugs. What's going on?
Yeah.
Is she okay?
I think Elena likes the diss, and I hated the diss. I thought it was. I've been a Barbie forever, but
I like Hiss.
Oh, I like his.
I like
okay.
his.
I like his too because for Nicki, for me, it just felt like you're kind of being like a bully. I think that talking about her mom was taking it too far. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's just dark humor or whatever, but I think that's too far. I don't know. But, I think Nicki should be a little bit more supportive and nicer. I think she'd get more,
I feel like this is hip hop. I love it. I love
hate
when we
it.
have scenarios like this, Cardi, with Nicki, now, Megan with Nicki. But those are the things that are supposed to happen. Yo,
Some old school
this is
beef.
like back in the day, the MCs were getting kicked out of the clubs. They were fighting, they were doing all this different stuff. Like, this is the culture, this is the life. Like, and so when I miss it, I miss it. I want to hear more of that kind of stuff.
She's like, I want to hear you violating
even the
each
whole
other.
Benzino and the Eminem stuff, stuff was crazy. But what's crazier is Benzino going on to Drink Champs and then doing that, and then Koi's just sitting back here and she's like, yep, that's why I did that interview, last month. Because, it all makes sense. But this is it's like one of the craziest times in hip hop right now. Whether you're an independent artist like Tom McDonald and now Ben Shapiro, or you're someone like on that other side,
Oh, for sure. I love seeing all the competition, but most important, I love seeing our favorite celebrities just collapsing in front of us and nobody stopping them.
Oh,
I just don't understand. You hear the rants at the end. You see some comments on YouTube,
right?
But where's her handler? I feel like she's kind of like the hip hop Britney Spears
Where's
now.
her
And I love
guardian?
Nicki.
Oh my gosh.
She's kind of like the hip hop Britney. And now this is like the new thing is to be absolutely crazy, is to be drugged out of your mind, is to be fighting people, dancing with knives, ranting and raving. I dig it. I'm telling you, that to me is hip hop.
That is
I can't.
Yo, well,
Maybe not hip hop, but at least that's pop culture now. It seems like that's the path of the pop star. Like, you got to get out before it takes you out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, it is pretty scary to see what's happening to Nicki. And you know what, Megan? Save your energy because it's going to happen to her too.
Right.
That diss track was super well put together. That Hiss track, she treated it like an actual single, where Nicki ate like a bottle of Perks and just bullied her, like you said.
It was like like whispery.
It was like
she went into the closet when her baby was like sleeping, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna spit this,
sneak this in, right?" Oh my god!
I mean,
but
do you see her Instagram? Do you see the
queen.
like? She'll just go off on tangents and she'll look all messed up.
Twitter,
It's like watching the hip hop Britney, and I see nothing wrong with it. I expected this, maybe not necessarily from Nicki, but this is normal stuff. Yeah, it's what happens when you reach super levels of fame where it's almost like immeasurable. You can't even, you lose your sense of reality.
It's also, I feel like the threat of her losing her throne, like her hip hop, I am the lady, I'm the queen of hip hop throne. And it's like, can we relax? Like, it could be like Game of Thrones where everybody has their own separate kingdom.
How about this?
What happens in Game of Thrones? It all falls apart.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even seen it, but I imagine it all falls apart. So all this being said, we've got one team Nicki, one team Megan. You talk about this, and what? There will never be a death in a female hip hop beef, right? At least I'm hoping so, right? You see a lot of the male hip hop beefs, they don't end well. Sometimes it gets really out of control, crazy. Right. But female hip hop beefs, for the most part,
I hope they make up.
Getting hurt. You hope they make love, you said?
No, I hope they make up. Well, maybe kiss at the end, but I hope they make up, just like, make a song together.
Maybe an OnlyFans, something. Come on. I'm trying to see as much love, peace, and happiness as possible around here.
Bills need to be paid somehow.
You're saying that as though you have an OnlyFans, which I approve of, by the way. You can plug your OnlyFans.
You have to check me out. Follow my Instagram. What's my Instagram? B__ZUS. Yeah.
Man, I'm really thinking about making OnlyFans. I'm like one nervous breakdown away from a serious OnlyFans account.
Do it.
I'm going to take in.
I am thinking of, deleting it very soon, but yes, I have to.
So what, we got to the end of this interview tonight? Yo,
let's see, Ryan.
It's no joke. It's some serious cash flow.
Yeah.
But in a day and age where you can't even get a job checking out groceries, you might as well make an OnlyFans. I'm 100% supporting it.
I tell Elena, listen, my heart is with God so badly. My morals are so high, but my bills
are also high. So she's going to have a Patreon.
She's trying to get me on Patreon, which I'm very interested in doing.
Patreon, see, that's another good side hustle, but you need as many as you can.
Yeah,
right.
Honestly, you need as many different things as you can.
Right,
that's true.
So
right.
I fully support it. I support women's rights.
Streams of income.
And the best is exactly what kills me is when you see some like really funny friend. Like I've got like friends that are just like hood ass dudes like promoting their OnlyFans. Like, dude,
Oh, we both got like the chill.
There's this artist that actually came through TKK, and I follow him and stuff, but I guess he had like a new video, and then that's when he announced his OnlyFans. He's like blurred out this scene.
Well, he's got to find a way to afford it. I mean, those videos can be
He took
expensive.
advantage of that, and Elena's like, like wasn't expecting it.
I
Think
was
he's gonna speak about his
floored.
music.
I was floored.
Oh man, yeah, OnlyFans, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've supported it.
For
I've supported
the
it.
men,
I think
Thought-them. I'm a fan of Thought-them.
I think
tried.
you'll get the money. They'll be like, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Who's Charlie? Is Charlie on? No,
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my
I
God.
feel like Ryan is the Ryan Seacrest of hip hop, like
Of OnlyFans.
of anchors.
Yeah. I'm about to be the Ryan Seacrest of OnlyFans. It's
Yeah.
official.
Okay, be
I'm
careful
starting
what you
today.
wish for. But yes.
Yo, I act like I have all this like brazen confidence to do it, but I bet I would probably make at least $40 a month.
At
lot
least
of-
40.
A lot
people
of
are
people
gonna
gain confidence doing it, so.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Trust,
So yo,
I've been seeing
I gotta
some
ask,
crazy
like,
things
how
on
much
there.
money have you cashed in 1 month on OnlyFans?
Oh, man, I'm keeping that private. I have not made a lot.
Get the hell out of here. And
No,
you have it in your
I'm not
Instagram
gonna
bio?
say-
Pink hair.
I
Because
am
you're not being freaky enough on there.
am
That's
not-
why.
Exactly that. And
Yo.
I am
You
so
you just lost
basic.
$20 because I was gonna subscribe too.
Stop.
I'm not wasting my $20 on that. Then, yo, I'll tell you right now, I have done it in
It's
the past where
interesting.
I've seen some girls that I'm like, yo, there's no way she made an OnlyFans, and it was just a trick piece of crap like me.
Right.
Where
I
I've
mean,
subscribed and then she's like in a bikini or
Trust.
something like that.
I didn't make
Yeah,
it a
only-
career path. It's something low key. It's something extra. Like, hey, if you
Well, now it's on national
know.
radio. Now the people
Yeah.
know Beez. Like
Okay.
it's official.
Let's see
It's
what,
out there.
Let's see what
It's
happens
posted.
because it's gonna be deleted
Let's see.
soon. So get it while you can. It's free.
Limited edition.
Yep. Yes. Limited edition. I like that.
Limited,
What? It's free?
rare.
Yeah, but my posts aren't free.
Okay.
You're crazy.
All right. Well, hopefully hopefully you can turn it around and become an OnlyFans trillionaire, because I know that's a lot of people's goals.
Let's
and
see,
don't even
Ryan.
know
I
at
got
this point.
rent due. Let's do it. Let's see.
Yeah, girl.
Manifest that
Let's
for me.
go.
Let's go.
So meet her there. All right. So all this being said, the Kuldesac Krew is going to revamp and be back in March, but you can still catch Woman's Crush Wednesday. What do we have next in store? What's coming up? I hear there's a live event. Where can we find you girls broadcasting next?
Well, you can find us March 2nd. That is Saturday. We are teaming up with Donkey Bong and Click Soundstage. They're a crew from the Los Angeles area. So they are doing this really cool event. It's independent artist focused. We got a lot of great talent, a lot of up and coming underground hip hop names that are coming through. There's going to be vendors, there's going to be food, there's going to be, some of those relaxing type of vendors there. And it's, really good like quality hip hop. It's not just this like yappity
is.
yap kind of thing.
A lot of good performances. It's
Yappity
a very
yap.
great vibe.
Yeah, so we're going to do the red carpet there. We're going to do red carpet interviews with the artists coming through, but also it's an event that has this like infusion of wrestling, independent wrestling. So
Nice.
it's
I
gonna
like
be
I like the real violent independent wrestling. It gets insane on Instagram.
Backyard.
I got myself in some algorithms now where they're essentially putting explosives in the ring. Everything's in barbed wire. I think they call it deathmatch. I don't know what goes on, but yeah, I'm a big proponent of that.
The
That's
most
great.
we saw was a cage. That was
Would you ever
interesting.
consider doing that, Beez? Would you ever consider being a professional wrestler? I feel like you would be good at it.
I've watched Glow. You ever watch that show Glow on Netflix? Oh my god, I'm
No.
so obsessed that I've thought about it. Oh, I've thought about it for sure.
But they call that a diva. Is that like in
sure.
WWE, or I think it's a diva?
It's the
is what they
Glorious
call it.
Ladies of Wrestling. Glow, and it was real.
You know-
it was in the 80s.
My favorite female wrestler, her name was Mae Young. She can't be alive, but it wouldn't surprise me. She must have been at least 100 years old, and she'd come out, and people would just beat the crap out of her. They'd slam her and throw her around. And it was a WWF back in the day, and she actually got pregnant by Mark Henry, who was a 6'5", 800-pound black man. She was this 5 foot,
Oh wow.
shriveled up little white lady. And it was just for shock value.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
again, just putting the racism of Vince McMahon right in the forefront.
Oh
for
my
everybody to see.
gosh.
Just
What is he
glancing.
going through right now? Something happened.
Oh man,
Oh,
I'm
he got
rooting for
accused.
Vince. I got
Yeah.
a feeling there's more
Uh-huh.
than meets the eye. It's hard for me to root against Vince McMahon. He was such a huge part of my childhood. Let's not even get into that.
Elena has brought back so much of my childhood memories with this wrestling. I'm like, this is really still a thing. Actually, that's what she made me rewatch Glow. I was like, you need to watch Glow because she's always around these wrestlers, and I'm like, have you even watched this? And it's such a great show. So,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. My whole personality was shaped by Stone Cold and The Rock. You know, all the authority issues that I have, all driven by Stone Cold's visceral hatred towards Vince McMahon. Every time Vince McMahon would try to fire on me, just keep coming back.
Yep. Have you ever
There's
seen those
nothing-
Vice
I've never-
documentaries?
Have I seen the documentaries for what?
Vice. It's like called Behind the Ring.
Oh
or
yeah.
something like
Oh
that.
my god.
Those
I
are
watched that
good.
Chris Benoit documentary like every night.
Every night
I
before I,
make
go
her
to bed.
watch them. I'm like, you got to watch this.
Yo, there's just some wild stuff, man. WWF. So to think that that's all kind of driven from one man's mind, we can give Vince a hard time, but the amount of creative direction he's put his whole life into that one like aspect of wrestling, right? Like, you know, it was like a sideshow before Vince McMahon and WWF. It was like a sideshow or a circus, and it would just come to town. Wrestling would kind of come to town the same way that the carnies do. Carnies often ran the wrestling shows. And then Vince McMahon found a way to bring it to television, and he held it at the Garden. Actually, his father. So, I mean, that's just an incredible story in itself. But so, Beez, who were your favorite wrestler? Who was your favorite wrestler when you were a kid? I should say. Says a
Oh,
lot.
it was The Rock.
Oh,
For
I love
sure.
that.
It was The Rock. I had a little, I had the
Yeah, the
action
eyebrows.
figure. I don't know. I guess he was my unintentional first crush, but it was The Rock. I know that's
I like that he's mean
basic,
again.
but
He's heel again.
it was
as they
when,
say.
and it was when, you know, nobody says this anymore, but do you remember when he was like, can you smell what The Rock
Rock
is
is
cooking?
cooking?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
does not nobody know that? Oh, okay. Because when I say
Yeah.
it, they
Oh,
look at me
yeah.
like I'm,
Oh, they
Oh,
don't.
does he
You know
not?
what? I
Who do you
saw
like?
a commercial for The Rock. It was like a Visa commercial or some kind of bank card, and he went by DJ. And I thought that was the funniest thing.
Johnson?
DJ. I was
Dwayne
like,
Johnson?
I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who's
Dwayne
DJ?
Johnson.
But
Yeah.
I mean, like, that was the first time I'm like, DJ, really? We know him as
Yeah.
Dwayne or Dwayne, but or The Rock. But it's like
That's
when
what
he
you
goes
do
to
now.
sell cards.
No. You shorten it to 2 letters. There's
DJ.
Yay.
Yay.
There's DJ.
your ECP.
Right.
Those are 3.
ECP. Exactly.
E. Yeah, a lot of people do call me E though. I'm like, okay.
E. Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I wish
E.
that my
Don't
name
stop
started with letter E. You can't really say R. I feel like R is kind
Hey,
of a
what's
weird
up,
first
R?
letter.
Yeah,
What up, R?
it's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, it
He's
doesn't.
all
really-
nice.
I'm like a pirate.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Wow. It is like a pirate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
So
can't do
it's
that.
time to wrap things up. All good things must come to an end. Yes, even this radio program, but you can follow me at The Ryan Show and follow these 2 ladies on Instagram. Girls, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, B__ZUS. Beez.
Yo, it's your girl DJ ECP. You can find me on Instagram at HighOffECP, or you can visit our website, see what we're all about. You know, we have services. You can rent our studio, or you know, we have a lot of music services, EPKs for the independent artists. Check that out. Visit us at TKKRadio.com. The
We are
Kuldesac
getting
Krew.
dusted and high off of ECP. I like that
Ooh,
reference,
I like
you know?
that.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
getting dusted off that ECP
I mean-
tonight, baby. Yo.
That's the thing. That's like when I thought about that, you know, I had a friend that did that, but she was like, yo, I'm like, ECP, that sounds a lot like
Yes.
PCP. And I want like people to like think of that. I want
Yeah.
to spark the attention. Like, yo,
I
get
want
them
to
to
try it
think.
so
Well, you
bad.
gotta listen
I've wanted
to
to
her
try it
music,
forever,
too.
but I just haven't had the balls to.
Yeah, don't. I wouldn't recommend it. But
I mean,
the music,
no.
it will make you feel like you're on drugs. You gotta listen to her on
Without-
Spotify.
Without the P.
Yeah.
She's not promoting it right now, but Elena Karis, she has dope music on there and some
Check it
music
out.
videos.
Yo,
So Google her.
we've played her music on this program before.
Okay, good.
But you know, everybody check it out. TKK Radio. We're actually live right now on TKK Radio, and the stations that you're listening on right now. So everybody, thanks for listening tonight. Love you guys. As always, I want to thank you for taking the 2 hours out of your night to join us. And if there's any music that you heard that you did, go to the Instagram at The Ryan Show and you can see a nice little playlist on there. We'll see you next week, folks. Ladies, thanks for joining us. Over and out, folks. Peace.
Thanks for having
Later.
us.